All right. I see all these videos on Facebook. I see all these videos on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. Now, mind you, most of the stuff I'm going to talk about, it probably be rambling. It's probably going to sound crazy. And I really don't care. As much stupid stuff as I watch in the daily, y'all can deal with me for however long it is. What do I want to talk about this morning? What I want the world to hear. You know, your voice is a very important thing. Many people take it for granted. The power of one can change the world. But this world has a funny way of doing certain things. It's called divide and conquer. I want y'all to know today, every one of you guys out there making that money, that's good. You need to provide, but you're chasing it. Back in slavery time, you had whips and chains. Now y'all rapping about whips and chains. Nothing changed. You understand that? I mean, you want to talk about racism and, this is black, that's white, da 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 da. And I don't care. I don't care if you're purple. The problem is everybody needs to realize every one of us has a gift in our life. Every one of us are called to do something. The problem is you won't grab your brother's hand and help him because he might be a Republican. And you won't help your sister out because she might be Muslim. But let me tell you something. She has a gift in her life that was put there from the day she was born. And she can do something to help you in your situation. And your little Republican brother you can't deal with, he has something for you too. See, it doesn't matter about Republican, Democrat, liberal, Hillary, Trump, none of them. The elections are rigged. Everything's rigged. But you have the illusion of freedom. You ever notice that everything that they do, they have to tell you, yep, you're free, you're free. Listen, man, you don't have to tell a free man he's free. He knows he's free. Some of y'all don't know y'all slaves. We all are. We're all in the system. We're all getting used for their wars, for what they want. Meanwhile, their mom and dad sitting up in the house, having a good old time, and you out there working in the field. And they don't care if you drop dead or not, because you had a baby, and they'll take that one next too. You guys ever think about this stuff? I mean, you got all this information floating around the world, and you won't believe it because you say, oh, man made that information. You can't believe everything man says. Something has to be true in this life, and it just can't be based upon your opinion all the time. I'm tired, man. I'm 28. That ain't that old, but I'm tired already. I used to hear my grandfather talk about wars and all this stuff. And here we are. Stupid people, too. We're some ignorant people. In a world where all this technology is and all this information is, you worried about your Snapchat. You worried about looking fleek. It don't matter about that stuff. That's vanity. Hell, that's narcissism. You know what I mean? What's the world became? Look at what it was. How did we get this far? How did we let it get this far? In them 60s and 70s, you had people willing to just quit their job and go to the White House and stand there and scream and yell and fight for what they believed in. Now you got people like, well, let's say me, sitting here making a video instead of being out there doing something. Isn't that crazy? Too lazy to get up. But we want to tell you. There ain't nothing to tell. It's all been told. The problem is you don't want to do nothing. There's two kinds of people. People who talk about change and people who are the change. Why do we let these little things in our lives get to us? You know, every one of us is dealing with something. You know what I mean? Some people dealing with stress and anxieties of life. Just life and its problems. Some people dealing with death. Other people worried about this and that, their children, how they're going to make it. Whatever happened to you talking to your neighbor? Whatever happened to you putting down your cell phone? Whatever happened to us all just talking anymore and not judging every word that comes out of a person's mouth based upon what you think? I feel like my words sitting here mean nothing. Because the point is, what are you going to do? It's not about what you listen to. It's what you're going to do. I'm tired of people talking. I'm tired of people telling me what's going to happen and what's going to happen in my life. I'm tired of people who are my leaders trying to tell me how I'm going to live, how I should live. Well, let's jump on another subject. Let's talk about, I told you now, guys, I'm going to jump all around. I got too much going in my mind. I want to tell you about the immigration. Everybody wants to talk about immigration. Oh, immigration. Listen, this new word, identify. Let me tell you something. I identify as a human being. You look at me, you say, man, that's a white bearded man. And he talks weird too. I don't care. I don't know what I am. I don't care to know what I am. Because color don't matter to me. And if you look at the world in color, guess what? Sometimes you go blind. Maybe we should all look as a blind man looks, because he don't see anything. Anyways, I'm going way off topic. Let me get back to immigration. We worry about these Mexicans coming here, and we worry about this person coming here, and oh, whatever. Let me tell you something. We live in a world that is big enough for everyone. But the Georgia Guidestones say that you need to have 50,000 people. Look it up. Georgia Guidestones. Georgia Guidestones. There's a depopulation that they want to do in this world. I'm getting off topic. Let me go back. In immigration, to me, it doesn't matter. I think everybody should do whatever they want to do. I should freely travel wherever I want to travel. Now there's people watching this video say, oh, that dude's a liberal. Like I told you, words don't mean nothing to me, man. Liberal, Republican, Democrat, it don't matter, dude. That don't even exist. It's just understand it's a person having a conversation with another person. And I want you to understand at that level. I don't know what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm just tired of it. There's so much. There's just so much. Worried about people taking jobs. You sitting there complaining, oh, these Mexicans are going to come from Mexico and they're going to take all our jobs. No, you big dummy. Let me explain to you what's happening. First off, your government or the people in these corporations are shipping these jobs out to those countries in the first place because it's cheaper labor. So it's money in their pocket. Understand it's a money thing, okay? It ain't about you. It ain't about your color. It ain't about somebody taking your job. It's about your boss man's greedy and he wants to find another way to make some more money. And guess what? If he makes it look like the Mexicans did it, he made it look like the Mexicans did it. You only see one way. You see this, you got this tunnel vision here. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to look a little left. You got to look a little right. You got to think for yourself for once in your life. You let everybody tell you, oh, I think, you know, this is the stupid, this is the way it's got to be. And you sitting there, yeah, I can't believe that either. That's just terrible. No, you big dummy. Change it. Don't think like they think. There's another thought besides what everybody thinks. I know some of this don't sound like it makes any sense to you, but it's coming out of my brain and makes sense to me. Maybe I wrote this, or not wrote, but maybe I spoke all this out just to get it off my mind. I'm a thinker. I want to solve problems. Everybody wants world peace. That ain't gonna happen, dude. Let me tell you why. World peace ain't gonna happen until everybody starts opening their hand and opening their hearts for everybody. For your people overseas. For everybody, man. This world's greater than you could ever known it to be. Look what we've done to it. You concerned about the latest craze with your Kardashian women. But you ain't realizing that Fukushima is still leaking over there in Japan. And it's basically at the coast of California as we speak. You don't know what a TPP is that the government signed? You don't know that half these laws that are signed are when these hoaxes, I call them, but these shootings and these murderings, all you're concerned about is what they're going to take from you. But let me tell you something, your master done took a lot more from you. And he just giving you a little bit here and a little bit there. But meanwhile, he's stolen everything in your house and you don't see it. Because the only thing you care about is what's precious to you. You see, what's precious to you ain't precious to me. And we all see life differently. We all see that life has a different meaning. Some people, they live their life for God. Some people live their life for the self. Everybody's rushing in a hurry, but nobody takes a minute just to slow down and think. We're going to fight with one person because they believe this, and we're going to fight with another person because they believe that. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily tolerance for all people, because you can't deal with stupid people. I myself believe in God. Did I grow up in this religion thing? I don't believe in religion. See, because religion ties you down, but a relationship don't. So the thing is, do you have a relationship with God? Do you? Do you think about these things? I watched this video a while back ago about this man named Francis Chan, I think it was. And he put something in perspective that I never thought about, really. I mean, I think about it, but not in this way. And so, you know, he was saying that, like, he had this rope, you know, and he's saying, like, this little bit right here, from this part to this part, represents our life. You get what I'm saying? That's it. And we work all our life, man, to get to this certain point at the peak season. And guess what? When you die right here, is what I'm saying, you go, that's your life. That's all you worked for right there, guys. You see that? That's what you spent your whole life doing. Not doing nothing but trying to figure it out so you can relax later on in life. Because you worked all your life. Remember, you're free. Try not to pay taxes. You're free. Taxation is theft, by the way. Just want to let you know. Back to the conversation. This part